Hey guys, it's time for a new Wamoth build. If you follow me on Instagram or maybe Facebook, I don't know if I posted it on there, a friend of mine named Ben, who you guys may know from the band From States Away, who I did a cover of a little while back. Um, we've known each other for a few years now, and he was talking about wanting to do a Deluxe, and I said I'd love to put one together for him. So here's all the parts that just came in today, and I'm pretty excited about it because I've never actually played a Deluxe or put one together or anything like that. So should be interesting. I'm pretty sure this was, I think he went with Olympic white because I think if it was Alpine white it would be a little bit brighter, and this is just has like a little bit of off-white to it. Standard black, white, black Pickguard. He didn't go with a Wamoth neck. This is a used Fender Deluxe neck from, I don't know, sometime in the last 10 years. Looks like it's in good condition though. I just polished up the frets a little bit. It's going with some Seymour Duncan pickups. The bridge is going to be a Duncan Distortion, and the neck is going to be a Jazz. Other than that, just pretty basic stuff. You got the 4 top hats there for the volume knobs. Got some capacitors there, some pots. Got a switch, and it's cool. It comes with a white knob or a black knob, which is nice. I went with the Electromatic jack again, like I did with the last Jazzmaster build I did. Really easy to install, and they don't come loose, which is really great. So it definitely comes in handy because a lot of guitars just are held on by a washer, or just a washer like a small nut, and that can come undone really easily. And this is just your standard Deluxe, like Fender style bridge. So should be fun. I don't know how many updates I'll be doing as I'm doing this, but I'll definitely do a little playthrough video or something of me playing this guitar to show you how it sounds. So yeah, here we go. All right, here's an update. I was doing all the just like setting up the pickguard with putting the pickups in, the pots in, everything, and I always learn a new lesson with every new one of these I do. I ended up getting this type of angled switch. He's actually going to be using the white switch, but I just have the black one on there for now. And the angled ones do not fit in this hole. Move that. They do not fit in there. So I'm going to have to get a straight one. I thought I would be able to make it fit, but no luck. So it's just something I'll know for next time. Oh well. Alright, so where am I at now? Well, I decided to start working on the wiring here. I got some diagrams, just some Google diagrams on my computer right there. I did run into a problem, unfortunately. One thing you got to watch out with for necks, especially if you're doing something, say like a Wamoth body and a Fender neck, mixing brands. Not everything's always going to be perfect. And what I found out was, even though they were both 4-bolt drilled, the neck, let's see, the holes in the neck, at least on these upper two, you can see that I got them in the bottom two just fine, but the upper two were inward, a couple millimeters on each one. So I'm going to have to actually drill, or I'm going to have to fill those 2 holes and then re-drill them so that they actually line up. I can't just drill new holes because it's a little too close to the original holes, and if they kind of fall into each other, then that'll just make more problems, and I don't want to deal with that. So unfortunately, that's one of the things that you gotta kind of expect to happen sometimes. But what can you do? That's why I always suggest just going you know, Wamoth body, Wamoth neck, because I love Wamoth necks. They're really great. Sure, they don't say Fender, Telecaster, Deluxe on them, but I haven't had any issues with them. I have issues with Fender necks all the time, especially like buying a used one. Like, I don't even know yet, but until I string this up, which won't happen until I have it, you know, drilled so I can actually bolt it completely on, I don't know if I'm going to have to do any fret work. Yeah, I like polished them up a little bit with just some steel wool, but there could be tons of high spots and low spots on here that I don't know about, that I won't know about until I get it strung up. So unfortunately, there's a lot of unexpected problems that could happen. But whenever I've gotten Wamoth necks, I haven't had that issue. So I don't know, something to think about. I do really like Wamoth stuff a lot. I haven't had any issues with it, at least not when I get them. You know, as soon as I get them, they're pretty much good to go. Like, they're almost perfect. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. Hey guys, quick update here on this Telecaster. I kind of dropped the ball on taking some more updates of the process. So I don't remember exactly where I left off. Basically, the fender neck had to be re-drilled for the correct mounting holes, because for some reason it wasn't quite mounting up with the body from Wamoth, which is something that, you know, you kind of just have to prepare for sometimes. Not every neck is going to fit everybody, but you know, if you buy, you know, both from Wamoth, then you know they're definitely going to fit. But yeah, this is the first time that a fender neck hasn't lined up with a Wamoth body for me. But anyway, the holes just had to be drilled out, and then put some dowels into the holes and glued them in, and you know, let those dry, and just drilled new holes. And after we lined it up and everything, I had some help from my luthier at Healy Guitars that I've mentioned before, and so that was all set. The wiring gave me some issues. It's definitely one of the more complicated wirings that I've done, just because I'm so used to doing, you know, the simple Tom DeLonge style ones. I kind of was a little in over my head, but it's all sorted now. So just had the 2 volumes and 2 tones, but for some reason I just couldn't get it to work, and I could not figure out why. And I'd accidentally grounded things incorrectly, and you know, it was just simple little things that I just overlooked. I wasn't paying attention, or I just didn't read the diagram just quite right. I don't know. So that was driving me nuts. But yep, that's all set now. The guitar sounds great. It plays really great. He's playing it with 10 to 52 strings, which is what I use for pretty much everything. And it's going to be in half step down, drop D. So it's going to be like drop C sharp. But let me give you a quick little run through, and I'll show you what it looks like. And I'll do another video with some tone tests, stuff like that, just so you get an idea. I think it sounds really good. I've actually never used these pickups before. It's a Seymour Duncan distortion in the bridge, and it's a Seymour Duncan jazz in the neck, and they sound really good, especially the distortion. I was surprised at how much I like the distortion. So here we go. Alright, so we got the Olympic white body. It's, you know, very bright light there, so it kind of looks almost like the Alpine white, but it's just a little bit off-white, which is nice. Standard Fender bridge there. It's got the wider spacing, which, yeah, we bought the standard spacing humbucker, you know, but it still sounds great. It's not going to affect the tone or anything like that. So yeah, that's the distortion, that's the jazz, white switch tip, standard Tele knobs, or Tele Deluxe knobs anyway. And this neck's actually really nice. I do like the Fender Tele Deluxe necks. I'm usually not a big fan of the maple fretboards, but every now and then it can really work. And you know, it definitely adds a little bit of brightness to this guitar, which I definitely think is a nice thing. It's got a little tummy contour there, which all the Tele Deluxes have. Standard Teles don't usually come with that. Just got the standard heel here, no cutaways or anything like that. Just the string ferrules there, and got like the 70s style, 70s style tuners there, and it's also it has the 70s style truss rod, like the bullet style truss rod. But yeah, I think it came out really nice. And like I said, it sounds great, so definitely check out the next video and you can hear how it sounds. Other than that, if you got any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask. I might be doing another Wamoth build in the near future, but we'll see. Nothing for me personally, but you know, for someone else, so we'll see. Yeah, I think this came out great, and I really hope Ben likes it. I'm sure he will. Yeah, see you later.